Wow, think about the last 15 years. We've had some tragic stories, some triumphant stories, and through it all, Fox 13's Darrell Greene helped document the history of the Mid-South.
Yeah, our guy Darrell Greene's last day at Fox 13 is today. And here's a look at the major stories that he's told over the past 15 years.
Dispatch station 2. Have you been advised of something going on in Kroger?
Have we got an active shooter?
We have our Darrell Greene, who was on the scene at around 1:30, 1:45 when this happened. Darrell, can you hear me, and can you bring us up to speed on what you saw and what you've learned?
Yeah, Merle, I was actually on my way to work, as you said, about that time. And I saw 4 or 5 Collierville police cars followed by 2 ambulances. So I flipped over, turned around safely, of course, followed them to here.
News does not stop, and it does not rest.
We're still trying to figure out if the shooter took his own life.
Neither does Darrell Greene. In September of 2021, a gunman opened fire inside a Collierville Kroger. Darrell saw the commotion on his way to the Fox 13 studio. He stopped and guided our community through the crisis over the next 9 hours.
From Battalion 31, go ahead and put your armor on.
I have to commend the Kroger employees, too, because I talked to more than one person here today who said employees grabbed them and said, get out of the store. Come with me. Get out of the store. Come with me. We have to hide.
This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee.
That I Have a Dream speech from 1963, incredibly, 55 years later, still rings so true. I've listened to it dozens of times trying to get ready for this particular day, and I still get chills.
In 2018, Darrell led our coverage as our community gathered to honor Martin Luther King Jr., 50 years after his assassination in Memphis.
The afternoon, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech right here on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington. He wasn't the only speaker. In fact, there were a total of 10 that day. Number 4 in that lineup was introduced simply as Young John Lewis. Did you know, Congressman Lewis, that as the number 4 speaker that day that you were going to be part of history? Had you any idea?
On that day, I didn't think about history. The next day, I was just thinking about trying to make the best possible speech as I spoke.
We march today for jobs and freedom.
Darrell's commitment to cover civil rights leaders continued with an interview he will never forget. He traveled to Washington, D.C. for an exclusive conversation with Representative John Lewis.
Here on Capitol Hill, they are still very much paying attention to what's going on inside the VA system.
Darrell's passion would lead him to Washington over and over again, advocating for veterans and uncovering deficiencies in the VA. Darrell's father was a veteran of the United States Marine Corps and speaking in front of Congress in his relentless fight against type 1 diabetes.
As a type 1 diabetic, I have to keep track of my blood sugar levels.
Darrell took us along on his journey as he became the first patient in our community to receive a continuous glucose monitor.
The baby's in.
That's it?
Yep.
That was it?
That was it.
A survivor of Hurricane Katrina, Darrell returned to New Orleans in 2012 to cover an eerily similar storm, Hurricane Isaac.
I'm not sure how much water we're going to get out of this when we finally get back home to the Mid-South, but man, it is really coming down here in New Orleans. It hasn't stopped. And if it wasn't for this one retainer wall right over here, Chris, if you can pan, that retainer wall is the only thing holding this water back from the rest of St. Bernard Parish.
Because of the suffering of the people over here.
Because this is a cancer cluster.
This is a cancer cluster.
A commitment to making sure all of our neighbors can live safe and healthy lives. Darrell spent years investigating Superfund sites, the most toxic neighborhoods in Memphis.
If I'm a kid and I'm in this lot and I'm just playing around, is this soil toxic right now?
No, they removed the toxic soil and they put clean soil on top.
His voice has earned a position of trust in Memphis. When he reports, our community knows it will be based in fact and it will be balanced. Daryl is so trusted that when Memphis police need to share a message, they turn to Daryl.
People don't feel that. How do you fight perception versus reality?
We have to keep talking about it. We really do, and we can't ignore the numbers. The numbers do speak for themselves, and I think when it comes to perception, you know, people who see a crime occur in their community or in their neighborhood, they may associate it with these types of crimes happening all over the city.